when I got up there in the line, she took my temperature. She said, well, you don't have a temperature. And right then I started to cough and I coughed up blood. And she was like, no, just pull over. She was like, just pull over. The doctor's going to come out. It was definitely a journey that I went on. It was very scary.
Let's go back a little bit. So you said that you went to the hospital. And when you got to the hospital, it was pretty crowded?
Yes, it was so many people. There was a line that you had to go through, and they give you this paper telling you all the symptoms that you would have if you had COVID. And then they make you sign this insurance paper. You don't go inside until they actually screen you. So they take the head thermometer, they test your temperature. They ask you a few medical questions about your history. So with them just doing that, it was like something to go through, to see all those people. And depending on what was going on with you, you either go to the left or you go to the right. And when I got up there in the line, she took my temperature. She said, well, you don't have a temperature. And right then I started to cough and I coughed up blood. And she was like, no, just pull over. She was like, just pull over. The doctor's going to come out. And the doctor came out and he just looked at me and he was like, what's your name? I gave him my name. They ran my medical information and he was like, you have asthma? Yeah, you're going to be here. You need to go and park your car because you have to come in. And then the receptionist called my cell phone and got all the information that she needed to put in the system. And I went in, they put a sign on the door to alert people that it was a possible COVID patient in the room. And then they swabbed my nose. And in less than 24 hours, they called me like, yeah, you tested positive for it.
So they sent you home in that 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
And so you went home coughing up blood.
Mm-hmm.
And went home as a single mom to take care of your kids.
In their opinion, when I actually did go to the emergency room, their thing was I could actually breathe on my own. So with me still being able to breathe on my own, although they were talking about pneumonia and blood clots and me actually testing positive for it and the whole coughing up blood thing, it was a lot of people that were there whose symptoms were way worse than mine. So for me to actually be able to breathe and could get up and walk around, they were like, you're just going to have to go home and self-medicate. I had to quarantine myself from the kids. And my oldest brother had it as well. So it was like we couldn't send the kids over to him. And so I had to keep them, and my oldest son, with everything that he does with basketball, I don't want to risk him being sick. And they were saying like one of the things were that metal, the virus attaches to metal. So with the incident with my oldest son being shot last year in November in his leg, he has a bullet in his leg. Yeah. Just hanging out with some friends, and that happened last year to him. So I had to send him away because he was at a higher risk of contracting the virus. So he was gone for 2 months, and it was just me here, the kids upstairs. The worst part was not being able to hug them and, them being able to come downstairs with me. So my oldest daughter, she's so independent and I love her for it. She took care of her little brother. She was literally my everything during this time. She was such a big girl and she did it like it just came natural. She would stand at the top of the stairs with my 3-year-old son and she would yell down, hey, mommy, how are you feeling today? Don't worry about us. We're fine. I can take care of Josiah. And that's what she would do. I could hear her upstairs doing numbers and letters with him and colors. And she's playing school with him during the whole time. It brought tears to my eyes because it's like, wow, 5-year-old girl is being a mom.
Was your 5-year-old in school at this time?
Yes. She went to the Paradigm School. They were all calling. They were all texting. They were asking, like, do you guys need anything? If there's anything we could do for any of you, just let us know. And that wasn't just a one-time thing. Like, they were consistently calling, checking on me, checking on the kids. They were dropping things off at the house. So it was really, really awesome. And it was an amazing thing to see, just so many people that actually cared.
When we find out that there's an issue or a crisis that's taking place amongst the families, we immediately, again, assess the situation and determine how can we help.
Yolanda leads community and parent affairs for New Paradigm for Education, the school district Carmen's daughter attends.
During this COVID-19 time, there are a lot of additional supports outside of the academic that was needed. And so really navigate those by not just the wellness cause, but as the teachers and principals are making calls, typically they'll send that information to me and my team, and we will address those issues, connect the parents to the resources, and try to help eliminate the barriers to keep them motivated and encouraged and emotionally engaged with their children, especially now more than ever with them being out of the building and in isolation in their homes.
What resources are available for families that don't have much support?
I know Open Arms, previously with St. John Hospital, they're with Providence now. They do a really good job, especially working with people who are suffering through trauma, grief, and loss. 211 with United Way of Southeastern Michigan is another good place to go to get like current up-to-date information. That would be my best recommendation. And then just trust your gut. You got to be real careful right now too, Tara, because there's a lot of spam and there's a lot of suspicious behavior out there taking advantage of people. That's why I do my best to call before I send somebody somewhere, because I would never want to be a part of connecting somebody to an organization or a faulty group that's not really functioning on the right side to cause more damage while people are trying to find help.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Yolanda, but I think a lot of families and parents and teachers that I talk to are all feeling like they want to make the world better. They want this to end, but they don't know what to do. And what I hear you saying is the first thing that everyone can do is listen.
Gotcha.
And I don't know anyone that I've come across that can't do that. Listen and then lead with your heart. Thank you for your time and thank you for everything you do. You're such a bright light, and thank you for what you did for Carmen and for all of the other folks that we don't know about that you help behind the scenes.